Hi guys, it's Chris Lake. I'm here in Los Angeles. It's 2013 and I'm going to show you how to loop a part of a vocal to use as part of a build-up using pitch automation with the audio and adding a reverb tail to create tension before the beat drops. So this is how we do it. This is the kind of vocal effect that I'm talking about. This is a vocal that I've done for a new single of mine on my album. Right, so this is a.
And watch me go, watch me go, float away like helium. Your love, fill me up.
So just looping that section of the vocal and then pitching it up.
Like helium, your love.
Because I'm an absolute Logic novice, I've had to come into Ableton to show you how to do this successfully, because this technique will take me a very short amount of time in Ableton, but it'll take me forever in Logic. Okay, so the first part of the technique is to find a bit of vocal that you can loop over. Okay, so
Like helium, watch me go, watch me go.
okay, so there's a held note here. So we don't want that first bit because there's a like a pitch change. So if you loop over this section, it's just gonna, it's not smooth. So you're looking for a section more like that. It's straight pitch. Probably do that. So just highlight that section, warp, complex pro, and I'll set the loop region around that region that I just highlighted. Loop, drag it out. If you want to get really super tight, you could also take off the loop function and copy these over manually and do a crossfade, which would be a little bit more pro. It just depends how intricate you want to go. Some records you don't want it to be that smooth. Some records it really needs to be smooth, to work. So let's see if this sounds okay. So that smooths it off a little bit compared to, I'll give you the A and B. So before, it's a bit more defined on the loop point. You can really hear it crossing over if you put the crossfade in. Just softens it out a little bit. Anyway, so if you're going to do that, duplicate a couple of pieces over, and just take the central section, freeze track, okay, so you can take that, if you're going to going to consolidate this, sorry. Loop it, drag it out, so then here, if I consolidate it again, now it's a long piece, you can just put a pitch automation on, edit, transpose. So after bar 5, how long is this piece? Oh, I did it one short, sorry. I'll just consolidate that again. Okay, so on bar 5, take the transpose envelope, double click on bar 5, make another point, and just set that, go over one full octave over 4 bars, and it should sound like this. Like shit. Okay, that sounded like that because I didn't have the right algorithm on. So if I change that to Complex Pro, okay, so that gives the that makes the pitch go up. And then what I would do is I would add I'd add reverb to that. So let's pull up the Valhalla room, which I like. A very nice reverb. Let's pull up a hall, I guess, or a cathedral. That sounds very grand. An Abbey Church of Fasanova. Just sounds epic. It's going to sound good, isn't it? So. When I originally did this effect in the acapella that I bounced, I kept it dry there, and then I automated the reverb up, maybe take it up to 50%. So then it'll sound like this. So that effect can be really good for holding tension for before a beat comes in, or what else could it just could be used for anything. But just taking a little vocal section and looping it and messing around with it. You can do all sorts. You could also you could pitch down. You could do you could take this into ridiculous territory. Let's go up 4 bars. Maybe if we start making house music for dance for disco dogs, that's going to be perfect. That's really going to get people's attention. Or you can go down as well. But the key thing is, a lot of it's the algorithm. I think some of the other algorithms still work. They just have a different sound. You just have to see which one works for your tracks. If I put that back down to 12, see what the different algorithms sound. So that one was on texture, just on the texture preset, and that sounded a bit more grainy and a bit more digital and kind of in your face actually. So there's just loads of loads of different options. Also, you could, depending on the sound of the vocal, you could do like a scoop out all the low end of the vocal. Now I know this isn't the greatest sounding filter, but you could just use the auto filter on here, change it to a high pass. To really thin it out. You could add, I love music, there's so many stupid things you can do with this, you know. You could just, increase the tail or the decay towards the end of the vocal. So let's change the decay. So this is where Ableton becomes good. So you could just now go and, this is becoming less of a tutorial and more of a fuck around basically. Freeze this. So convert this to audio. So you'll now be able to turn the tail into a piece of audio. You can go and do the exact same thing but backwards. So let's take the transpose. We've now got that tail, and we can take the let's do it with that grainy sound, the texture one. So it's a different effect. Where you go. Let's do that quicker. It could be quite a nice ending actually. There you go.
Wicked.